Hi, I'm standing here on Meares Island in the rainforest. Some of the trees on this island are 2,000 years old. There's one that they call the Tree of Life, which makes us realize that these trees were here around the same period or just before Christ. That's incredible. When I'm in this rainforest, it gives me a sense of how small I am in the greater picture of divine creation. And it also makes me realize that if these trees have been here for 2,000 years, whatever situation we find ourselves in right now, time will go on in some divine plan or other. Let's keep walking. There's a sense here that life is all interconnected. If you look down here, you can see the small pieces of growth that are growing, being fed by the rain and by the nutrients. And as we pan up higher, you can see how they feed the big, tall trees. I wonder when I'm here, where do I fit in to this remarkable creation? Think on that with me. Sometimes the old trees get so old that they begin to get a little uprooted. And they begin to lean on the younger trees around them, like this one here. We kind of do that as well, don't we? When we support our elders and take care of our loved ones. You can see here, as the older trees have fallen down, they create nutrients for everything else around them, and the moss begins to grow on it. There's a story that I know called Whisper in the Woods, and it talks about how the old trees whisper to the young ones, passing on wisdom and generations of stories of standing in the trees. And I kind of think sometimes we can be like that, how much we can learn from elders and people around us, passing down the wisdom of generation to generation. Look how intricate the roots are of this tree. When we think about our faith, it makes me think about our roots. How deep are our roots? What danger do we have of toppling over in a storm? What feeds us and nourishes us? These three tall trees here are the three sisters, all standing side by side. Standing side by side. We should do that. As I look out on this and stand beside these massive trees, I'm reminded that Scripture teaches us that we are to be stewards of the earth. This whole area that I'm standing is an indigenous land, as is most of Canada, of course. But I think our indigenous people truly understood what it meant to be stewards of the earth. We can learn a lot from them. I truly believe that. So, I made it 3 hours later. I might not look very glamorous. I'm muddy, I'm wet, I'm tired and exhausted. But I've made it to the place where the land meets the ocean and meets the sky. And I feel that I've learned a lot about what environment and divine creation can teach us. So now, I just have to wait for the boat. And I hope they don't forget me.